Alright, what's up everybody? Today I'll be reviewing and backtesting today's price action. I thought it would be a good idea, better than just getting a little recap in, to show you like my live step-by-step breakdown and walkthrough and how just I analyze price and execute. This is completely unbiased as I haven't seen anything on price today. I just know there was a lot of 30 seconds and no like actual 1 through 5 minute inversions, which is what I like to take on XFAs. So I will treat today as I trade on eval. And I didn't set an alarm yesterday because I was so sick and I had a really bad migraine, so I just didn't trade today. Overall, I'm pretty sure today's a good fade day if you just don't trade 30 seconds. But yeah, this video is going to include my bias building and just overall tips and tricks. So let's get started. I clicked the bar replay button on TradingView, and now I am simply just on. I'm out around like 4 a.m. just because I noticed that like it basically the whole candle gets spoiled on higher time frames if you are backtesting on TradingView. So I am using that as trying to get as realistic as possible. Okay, so going into the day, what do I see? Higher time frame. We still see this swing low that is kept that I want to see maybe get swept. We haven't disrespected this 4-hour gap. We are just kind of ranging. I don't know how to feel about that. I think I'm gonna need more confirmation to know whether we wanna just go higher and sweep these highs on ES or sweep these highs on NQ, or just get this swing low. So right now we're just bouncing between PD arrays. Uncomfortable situation to be in, but that's why we need condition, and if so, then statements. Okay, as we go into a lower time frame, this is just kind of messy, to be honest. We don't even SMT that target, so this is kind of odd, but I'm still just leaning bullshit. I'm still just leaning more bullish, as that's currently what we are respecting and disrespecting, respecting bullish, respecting bearish PD arrays. So yes, we can maybe target these highs, although it is high resistance. Kind of uncomfortable as this did sweep out a lot of other highs. We have LR at the bottom. Respect high resistance on high resistance. We're gonna need some more. Alright, scaling to a lower time frame, Asia. We're just trading higher. Kind of a little bit of a complicated day, as it's just we're kind of bouncing between PD arrays. We do have some get bearish sillies up here, sell side imbalances. But okay, I guess we'll just have to see. That smile on your face. Alright, let's go on the 1 minute and just, or if it, what time is it? 4:15, brother. Alright, let's just. Alright, we're just kind of ranging. This is 9:30? No, this is 8:30, bro. Let me just. Okay. 9. Okay, 9:15. 9. Alright, let's get on here. 9:30, alright. So at 9, let's just break down the 5 minutes. Yep, we are just displacing higher. Makes me ray. That smile on your face. Yep, we are displacing higher with this bearish gap, just kind of respecting it and wicking it. Just not really good. Kinda whack. However, oh shit, we are just super uncorrelated at the moment, I fear. Alright, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it going. Alright. Let's see. We're gonna just generating liquidity. What time is it? Ooh, perfect for this 9:45 PO3. Yikes. Alright, we're sweeping London low right here. Was this a 30-second? That smile on your face makes me pray. Nothing yet. Alright, we're kind of like, what are we rejecting? Hold up. These swing lows. We just sweep these with that 930 high intact here. Might be half-assing this, to be honest, but let's just see. That's something, huh? Yeah, okay, this is a 30-second inversion long. Let's see how good this really is. Okay. So I see the position and then I actually review the trade. Okay. So the trade is happening on both assets, which is good, as we want both assets to be in a high quality, in a state of distribution. However, if it's high quality or not, we're gonna have to see. So going to the 15-minute. What are we in? Hold up. So we SMT Asia lows. SMT, right? Pretty cheeky. Very cheeky. That smile on your face. Are we in a high time frame gap? This is. Oh, we are not really that sponsored. Very saucy. We are in this forward gap. Like, it's so mitigated, it's kind of irrelevant. Alright, what about on? Yes, we are in a gap. However, is it on the 1 hour? It is on the 1 hour. I don't know. I wouldn't take this on the XFA just because I don't like taking 30 seconds on the XFA. This is a Mac. The 5-minute hasn't even formed yet. We'd be targeting this 5-minute. What time is that? It's 9:51. I don't think I would take this just because we are not sponsored on NQ. We had decent manipulation, I suppose, but we still have this LR. It's not even LR, it's kind of market structure, but we just have this leading to a high time frame draw. Whether here, I don't know. Let me see. And the 5-minute has not formed yet. So yeah, I'm gonna take it, but no, I'm not gonna take this. I'm not taking it, but I'm gonna see how it plays out. Alright, we sweep out the intermediate high, and then we just go back down. So yeah, this is just a break-even trade, to be honest. Yeah, it's break-even because we sweep out this internal high, and we would just go break-even there. Okay, so 10 a.m. manipulates. I don't know what's happening actually. Okay, the 5-minute does get created. We just are gonna continue going into session. 10 a.m. is coming up, and we get that. What is this? I wasn't looking at the correct point in price actually. Alright, so what happened? So 10 a.m. This just seems like a weird day, to be honest. Like, we are just dumping again. By this point, I'm honestly looking to take a continuation short. There is just absolutely no sign of bullish certainty in the slightest, bro. We're just dumping, and let's see what these conditions are looking like. Yeah, we are just disrespecting these bullish gaps. That's what I should have been looking at originally. Since we're bouncing between PDRs, you wanna give conditions to yourself, and this should have been one. This one. We're just running through these bullish gaps. So what are we targeting? We're probably targeting these two lows that I was talking about, leading to this draw, this swing low. So right now, I would be looking for a continuation short. 5 minute, 15 minute, they're kind of high. I don't know if we'll get that, to be honest. We might have to wait until the 10:15 PO3. Sorry if I was a little bit slow on you guys, but that smile on your face. Okay, let's see. Oh, what are we manipulating towards? Oh, okay, so we got a tap on this 15 minute. And we are most likely getting a little inversion. Oh, we edge it. Do we have a valid inverse on the 30-second? We do not. Okay. A little higher time frame here. Nope. The 1 minute is the highest. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, so on the 15 minute, we do. Hold on, actually, let me make sure that we are actually in this. Because sometimes it bugs out. So let me make sure. Yeah, I knew it. You see? We hadn't manipulated up there yet. There you go. That's what I wanted to see. Okay. So we do not inverse it, brother. I was looking at this gap to get inversed. Man, this is such whackness. What about here? Yeah, we were just not getting this inversion. Let's see. Yeah, we were just not really gonna get this today, huh? What time is it? Maybe 10:30 PO3. This is terrible, dude. Where was the inversion, Gango? No inversions today, man. Yeah, no, this is cooked. Just no entry model. Holy fuck. They're just dumping. Yeah, no, this is a nice. Another continuation. Let's see if this one's valid. Sweep this, and then what do we get? Nothing. There, I suppose this is a short setup. 30-second short right here. What are we targeting? This one we're just targeting the draw. I don't think I'd take this late into session, yeah. I probably would have been gone by now, but it does hit. This is pretty much only valid trade I see. Just a 5-minute continuation. towards the lower jaw that I wanted to see yesterday. Yeah, just a cont. You could have taken that if you wanted to, but yep. I'm going to be cutting the video here and listing my flaws slash improvement on this backtesting session, because I don't think I performed too well. I wasn't really paying that much attention. And yep, I will cut this video and skip to the list of improvements.
Alright. Sorry if that was a little loud. This is the continuation, the fucking second time I'm recording this, because turns out I wasn't fucking recording, so this is the continuation from the live backtesting session. I made a shit ton of mistakes. Well, I just made some narrative mistakes, essentially, because I was kind of half-assing it, but I will be going over the pros and cons. The pros for the DOL slash narrative is essentially that I was able to adapt and actually get the correct bias. However, I wouldn't have to rely on those adaptability skills if I had gotten the narrative and bias correctly in the first place. And just some ideas and how to avoid that or continue that. My DOL was good because I always make a lot of assumptions. I just wait for confirmation, right? But I could have, going into the executional pros and cons, I missed the trade of the day due to me, like, just not really believing in it. And not only that, but my narrative and bias just not being there at the time because I was waiting for more confirmation, which is not necessarily bad, but I look at it as an improvement, something to refine, something to improve. However, on the pros, we got that I did catch another A+ setup, which is very rare, right? I would say A- actually, but yeah. So my bias was fine at that point. But talking about the cons, I will just be covering them right now. So essentially, I'm going to ignore ES and just say anything important on ES. Essentially, why was my bias wrong in the first place? I just thought this 4 hours was going to hold and distribute better. But the correct narrative that you should have approached this with is the fact that we just were failing to distribute from this imbalance for a long time, for the past 2 days, right? So all these candles and all these resweeps and manipulations should have had bearish sentiment for you, because at this point we're literally just accumulating here, not being able to distribute from this imbalance and rejecting these previous day highs, while on ES we are also holding this 4-hour sell side imbalance, right? What does this say? That we are building up this LR, building up these targets to target this swing low and ultimately tap into this equilibrium imbalance to continue bullish, which is what was my assumption, like yesterday or the day before. Pretty crazy that I didn't expect to tap into that today. Okay, moving on to the 30-minute, which is the most clear bias for you to actually see, is the fact that we had swept already these previous day highs while rejecting these previous day highs. That was my original draw. Made high time frame imbalances that we are now holding while generating all of these low time frame targets, leading to high time frame DOL slash targets, right? In a state of high quality, high time frame distribution, right? So what was I thinking? And this 15-minute or these 5 minutes should have actually been it's essentially the last line of defense for bullish sentiment or bias, right? Why is this kind of like not market structure right? Because at the time, we had an SMT here, which just makes it so it's not really important to worry about your stop loss getting red. Yes, we just have no bullish sentiment. All this is just LR. Going into market. Going into the session. Yes, this was the trade That was essentially trade of the day. Why? Today there was just a bunch of 30 seconds. So, anyways, I would have traded only on like eval. We get that 9:30 PO3 with the 15-minute opening up ready to distribute because we had an insane amount of manipulation having an SMT right here. And then we were on both assets and just in a state of distribution, right? All of this generation of liquidity, you must know how to differentiate generation of liquidity with bad PA. A lot of people go, oh, we're chopping, oh, this is bad PA, but we're leaving all of these failure swings, right? And just building up our generation of liquidity towards these low time frame targets that are essentially now high time frame. Even now with our draw, like the more targets that we can just line up, the better and more probable it is because we only want a piece of the pie, not the whole pie. This is why I like how Ronan trades, because he really focuses on the generation of liquidity part. Your targets for him are essentially just internal targets. Like, he looks at it as internal to external, even if the external is like a 5-minute gap or something like actually internal on a higher time frame, right? So, yes, just amazing trade right here. Trade of the day. I didn't catch it because at this time we hadn't inverse these gaps, and so I was still holding bullish conviction, which is fine, like I mean, I just should have read it better, right? Narrative, and I was kind of half-assing the backtesting session, not gonna lie, but yeah, just kind of an unfortunate situation as well, actually this had already been inversed, but I wanted to see something in EQ the range. I don't know. This gets inversed, and then I kind of had an itch to take the mech. However, the mech is pretty fucking booty. Which one is it actually? I like this mech because of the generation of liquidity here, but I don't think the 5-minute had formed yet, so that's the bad thing. And we are just inversing. Like, we have no bullish. I at this point didn't really want to take this on XFA because of the lack of bullish conviction that I had. I don't know. This mech, I'm going to have to see why it's actually so bad. But because even if I still held so much bearish sentiment, I feel like we should still retrace. But I think the main thing is the closer fair value gap that I had listed as a target hadn't even been formed yet. And not even that. I don't think it even got tapped into. Yeah, I think this is the gap that I wanted to see get made and for me to be able to target it. Regardless, this didn't even get tapped into. But yes. Yep. Alright, moving on to the trade that I actually did take. I wanted to wait for something here. So I think it was a 5-minute or 15-minute, but some people took this short, but look at this fucking close. Time to close is absolutely horrid. Everything else is good and perfect narrative-wise and everything, but why should we be rejecting this if we are matching up like high time frame narrative with a trade idea in a high quality state of distribution? This is just a red flag. We shouldn't be rejecting this, respecting it, and then inversing these. Like, it's just not, and yeah, it's just booty, like, more emotional, more FOMO related, if in my opinion. But the idea is absolutely, like, it makes sense. I was looking for it. But I waited for this 15-minute gap tap toward healthy inversion. Amazing distribution through the swing, the actual the gap leg. Not even taking out the internal low with generation of liquidity right here with the accumulation of this 945 PO3 or 930 if you really want to match them and connect them. Yeah, this is just an example of just absolutely an amazing trade. Just the time it was at 252. That's pretty much why I would knock it down to A minus, but yeah, that pretty much settles it. I don't think we got anything after this. We just completely went to the draw of the session. So yes, probably gonna shoot up, although I don't know. Yep, that about settles it. I'm gonna be uploading this since I did make it shorter, I think. to my closer social medias like TikTok, Instagram, and maybe a YouTube short. But I will be combining this with the first part. The If you guys are interested in looking at me backtest today live because I didn't wake up for market session because I didn't put an alarm, just head on to my YouTube.